When a powerful earthquake devastated Haiti, aid workers poured into the country, along with pledges of billions of dollars. But 6 months on, Haitians are still waiting for that money to arrive, and the most vulnerable continue to be plagued by illness and malnutrition. Over the next few days, we'll be bringing you special coverage from our team in Haiti. Let's take a look at some of the key facts and figures. The Haitian government says at least 230,000 people were killed in the quake, but the true death toll may never be known. More than 1.3 million are still homeless, most of them living in tents, and around 300,000 of these are children. And with chronic malnutrition widespread, it's the youngest who are among the most vulnerable. From Port-au-Prince, Lucia Newman has this report.
Haiti's earthquake was devastating for everyone, but for none more so than for this country's most vulnerable, for the very old and for the very young. This is Port-au-Prince's main public hospital, and this is the ward where children suffering from severe malnutrition are brought. In the days and weeks following the earthquake, dead babies, left to be claimed or not, just a few meters from where their mother gave birth to them at Port-au-Prince's Central Hospital. Around the corner, many of the infants who had survived past birth struggled to stay alive. Acute malnutrition from hunger and diseases, such as diarrhea and parasites, or both, as in the case of this child, had skyrocketed. The international community promised to come to their aid. 6 months later, I returned to the capital's busiest hospital. The malnutrition ward is still in a tent, but a larger and more comfortable one donated by an NGO, Concern Worldwide. But there are more seriously underweight and ill babies being brought here, and less medical personnel to treat them.
If we get 20 cases in the morning, I can only see 10.
The much-promised equipment and medicine is conspicuous by its absence.
There's been a lot of resources that have come to Haiti, and a lot of people have been helped, but it's just not happening here yet. And we need the international community to remember that this place is still waiting 6 months later.
And while it waits, malnutrition, illness, and infant mortality thrive in the camps, like in this one, where there are no medical services in sight. It's almost impossible to believe that this little boy, David Saint-Pierre, is 7 months old. He's so tiny. He was born a month before the earthquake, and his mother says he's been sick ever since, with diarrhea and with fever. In fact, right now, he's burning hot. In Haiti, 1 child in 3 suffers from malnutrition, as evidenced by the reddish-blonde hair of these little girls and the bloated stomach of this boy. 76 out of 1,000 children will not reach the age of 5, the highest mortality rate in the Western Hemisphere. It's linked, of course, to malnutrition of their mothers, too. Marie-Laure Gentil is pregnant again. She has no job, nor does she receive food or medicine.
I've eaten nothing all day, so my milk is almost dried up.
Her baby boy, Dimitri, is a year old, but chronic malnutrition and illness have made him so weak he can no longer stand or even lean on his legs. Some camps, like this one, do have full-time primary health centers that monitor maternal and infant malnutrition, and they are making a difference. But with billions of dollars pledged to help Haiti, there are still too many whose lives are in peril while they wait for the world's promises to be kept. I asked UNICEF's chief nutrition officer in Haiti, Paola Valenti, why the number of doctors has decreased in recent months.
Is the problem the country faced before the earthquake too. So it's well known the country as there is a shortage of well-trained or adequately trained professionals. The doctor, the nurses. That is at the beginning we had of course more people to be treated, especially from injury, from the shock. So now the country is going to in a so-called normal situation. And this is why we should tackle, the humanitarian community should support the government to tackle the basic problems. They were there before the earthquake.
What are the characteristics of serious malnutrition, beyond obviously the emaciated child? How can you tell that a child has malnutrition here?
What usually common people, when you talk about malnutrition, you figure out a very skinny child, emaciated. This is a kind of malnutrition that it happens due to lack of food, due to long disease, not well treated. So this is a child that has not grown according to his age. So it's just a child that is smaller for his age. And this one is I can say, the most difficult kind of malnutrition to be treated. And he has a terrible impact on the negative impact on the development of the child. Development, cognitive development, in the sense that if the child suffers of chronic malnutrition, he cannot develop according to his potentiality. So you know what does mean it for the country, for the development of the country. And going to the number, the situation in Haiti, going back to Haiti, Haiti, 1 child over 3 is affected by chronic malnutrition, by stunting. 30%, that is one of the worst in the all Americans.
6 months on, the challenge is to reverse the vicious cycle of hunger and malnutrition, starting from pregnancy and until the age of 5, after which the damage to a child's development is often irreversible. This is not a new phenomenon in Haiti. It existed even before the earthquake, but never before have so many people and so many countries pledged so much money for this country. The question is, when will all that money arrive? And if it does, will it be wasted or will it go where it's needed most? Lucia, Newman, Al Jazeera, Port-au-Prince.